Hi everyone, my name is Ashna and I'm your life coach. And in this video, we are going to discuss about human robotics. Okay, so since you all know, there's a lot of invention coming up, especially with AI, cryptos, digital blockchain, NFTs, Meta. A lot of things are coming up in the next 5 to 10 years, even 10, 20 years down the line. So so there is a lot of hype in the market regarding robots and robotics. So in this video, we are gonna see the future of the robotics that it seems like, and whether it would be a good idea to encourage that future or it would be a bad idea to encourage it. Okay, so I'll be presenting you certain pointers regarding the pros and the cons of robotics. I'm definitely sure that most some things you might have heard on internet, but there are definitely certain things which will open up your mind and you're like, whoa, I never thought this way. And why didn't I thought this way? So it might change your opinion, it might not change your opinion. So nothing has to be you stick with the same opinion throughout your life. So we'll be going through certain points, and by the end of this video you'll be having more clarity about what is robotics, how much it might impact you and me and everyone around us, and whether it would be a good idea to promote it or not. Okay, so and one thing, I'll be also sharing my opinion on this video. It doesn't necessarily has to be your opinion. We might disagree on this term, but that's completely fine. Nothing has, you don't have to worry about it, so that's okay. So what is human robotics? So human robotics is like a kind of robotics where robots are given human textures. So which means that human robots are given human features. Robots won't require anyone telling them what to do, what not to do. Okay, so it will be a body of a robot. So which doesn't require sleep, which doesn't require food, which doesn't require anything else. Okay, but the outer face of humans. So which means that the face will be given, the intelligence will be given, and they would be completely like human but not at all humans, right? So this one is the future of it. So right now, if we see, the robots are controlled by humans. So the humans tells them, do this, do that, okay, do xyz, do abc, okay, do this task, do that task. But in future there might be high possibility with all the technological development that robots won't require humans to do that, to tell them what to do, what not to do. Okay, so we are discussing from that point of view. So I'm not discussing as of the situation right now. I'm discussing if robotics is encouraged, and if there is a day where robots doesn't require human instructions, then what, there might be certain things that might be good, there might be certain things that might be bad. Okay, so we'll be going through a couple of things in this video, and let's see where it takes us. Okay, so the first one, so when we see a robot, we see it has a capacity to do multiple things with more efficiency, saves a lot of time. Okay, so in this case we are going to discuss about comparing robots with humans. So just take a very basic example. If we are having a factory, okay, and assuming that factory works 24 hours, okay, so in this case, let's say every individual has a shift, an 8-hour shift, so which requires 3 individual, right? 8 plus 8 plus 8, so 24 hours. Okay, so and let's say we are replacing it with one robot. Okay, so the task that one individual is doing, we're replacing with one robot. So throughout the day, because as an individual, I can work 8 hours, I can work 16 hours, but I can definitely not work 24 hours, right? So I need some break, I need some time off, I need some sleep. Okay, so like, but robot doesn't requires all this stuff, right? So like, definitely like one robot would be replacing three people, three humans, assuming that robot is working on the same speed. But do you think it is possible, like robot working at the same speed? Yes. But do you think it can work at a much higher speed compared to humans? Yes, that's true. Yes. So robots would can definitely work at a much better speed than humans, can be more efficient, can make less mistakes, can can be much better position than humans, right? So minimum 3, maximum can go to 10, 15, 20, 30. Depends on how good a robot is. Okay, so over here we are considering the time and how much, like how much manpower is getting replaced. So definitely it's a concern for the economy, because let's say if the number of the jobs available in an economy would be is much less compared to the number of people who are unemployed because of robotics, what would be the situation be? A lot of depression, a lot of disease, disease in the sense, uh, diabetes, stress, anxiety, um, people, suicides, people dying, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stress for sure. A lot of stress. Okay, so like might impact in the economy, but if the economy of the country is stable, then it might also act in a very good way, because then the manpower issue would be solved. So if there are certain cities or certain rural areas where people don't want to move, then you can plant robots in that areas, only that areas, where, and you can have development over there, right? But let's say if there are 10 people who are competing for one job in one area, and then you introduce robot over there, and due to which more 5 people become unemployed. So now the same thing, for one job, before there were 10 people competing, now it's 15 people competing, and there's just one job. So it's a very huge pressure on any individual to make a survival, to make a living out of it. Okay, the second one is cost. With robot, it's just one time cost. You buy it, you buy a technology, and then there might be some minimal cost. Assuming it's a human robot, I assume it will be just one time cost. There might not be recurring cost for maintaining it. Okay, but with humans, there's a lot of cost. So we are just not talking about humans. So like, let's say if a company hires me, okay, so it's my salary, it's the accounting person salary, accountant salary, because he have to do my payroll and everything, like accounting or payroll department salary, human resource salary, making the infrastructure available, that's the cost. Then other minor costs, right? Benefits. Okay, so like, and let's say other way around. Okay, due to all this cost cutting, all these people in this industry, like accounting, legal, human resource, um, then what others, like all these whatever titles I mentioned, like lawyers, administrators, all these jobs are cut. Operations, like all these jobs are cut, and there will be a lot of unemployment in that sectors too, right? So recurring human cost over here, so like the cost would be much lower over here compared to this, but then if you're cutting the cost, it might be a very heavy cost on the economy. Okay, and one thing, okay, so just coming from an assumption that I do have a robot just like me, who looks exactly like me, who has a power to work 24 hours, compared to me, who has an intelligence, a mind which operates at a speed more than me, okay, and has intelligence of its own. I don't have to tell her to do anything, okay, and she is more powerful than me, okay, because she's a robot and I'm not, okay. So in this case, who will dominate whom? Obviously, the robot will dominate me, okay, because the robot has all my positivities, a look like me, a body like me, everything they have, intelligence, everything they have, but they have a power which is much more than me, okay. So like if a robot has a power which is much more than me, what are the chances that it might not harm me? Are you getting my point? So let's say if you have someone who is just next to you, who has all the benefits that you have, and exactly same but has more power than you, and let's say if something evil happens to their brain, like assume, because we never know whether robots are good or bad, there's nothing, something evil that happens to their brain, okay, then there are high chances, because of all the power they have, they will dominate you, or even they will destruct you. So like where I'm coming from, robotics is good, okay, as long as it's making man's life easy, man or woman's life easy, okay, human life easy. But the day it start replacing human, which means that the day it's exactly like human and we no longer require humans, then it's a problem, okay. So if you see in your own house, you see washing machine, you see phone, you see laptop, you see other devices, even they are one kind of robotics too, if you take it from that perspective, because it requires you to make instructions, okay. So before we used to have a calculator, right? Now you just take out phone from your pocket, just do it, okay? And you can solve that 1 plus 1 issue or any complex problem, right? But now so that's a technology which have made human life better, okay. And definitely you'll say that it might have resulted in job loss for someone who was in that industry, who was making calculators. Let's say if I have a factory of calculators, who's like factory which is producing calculator, definitely it might have impacted my business, but not like major impact, right? Like it might have impacted my business, I might have find another business, okay. That's one thing for sure. But just assuming you're giving them all the power, just like you, looks just like you, then why would you think that they won't dominate on you? That's my concern. So like there will be high chances that robotics will be at a point where like humans, like where it doesn't require human brains, it might operate just like humans, even might have more powerful brain than humans, and might result in the destruction of human. So robotics, according to me, are good for helping humans to be better humans, not help, not completely destructing the existence of humans. Are you getting it? So that's something I concern about. And if we are going in that direction, then it's something we all need to think about and to see whether it's a good idea to support such overly ambitious project or not. Okay, so do think about it. And yeah, like I'm completely okay with having robotics which are still under the control of humans. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But humans, like robots which are not under the control of humans, that can be a problem. That can be a problem. So yeah, like it's good to invent to a certain extent, but not give them all the power that it controls over you. So do let me know how did you find this video, And in this video, like, definitely I'm sure that I was able to give you a different perspective about this topic on robotics. And in the next video, we are going to discuss about different type of investors or different types of individuals, whether you're driven by value or whether you're driven by the voice of the world. So like, stay tuned for my next video, which is coming up on the next day. Okay. And we can take, and do let me know, comment, share and subscribe on it. And once again, my name is Ashna. I'm a life coach and I give advice on coaching. My charges are like USD $50. Okay. And tell me your views, honest views on this video, and I'll happy to answer all your questions. Thank you.